Well, good morning and welcome to This Week with Pastor Dino. I'm Dino and I'm so glad to have you joining us here at First Presbyterian Church of Bradenton, where we are cultivating hearts for Jesus from the heart of downtown. The Advent season is here, this season that leads up to Christmas Eve, where we celebrate the coming of Christ into our world. The coming of Christ changes everything. And by way of devotional this morning, I want to go back into the Old Testament and look at one of my favorite Psalms, Psalm 40, that says this: I waited patiently for the Lord. He turned to me and heard my cry. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on a rock and gave me a firm place to stand. He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God. I love that psalm, the idea of waiting patiently for the Lord. That's what we do in this season. Advent means coming. That's what we're celebrating. That's what we're anticipating. And with that, the changes that come into our lives because of Jesus. Each one of us is being cultivated in our faith. That's an ongoing, lifelong process. And in our worst moments and our most difficult times, Christ lifts us out of those slimy pits and gives us a firm place to stand. He puts a new song in our hearts as we are renewed and renovated and redeveloped consistently throughout our faith journey. So this Advent season, I want you to be thinking about that cultivation process, about the ways you need to grow and the ways that Jesus comes into that growth and nurtures you. Thanks be to God. This week, the church office will be open all week long. I hope you had a really nice Thanksgiving. Again, we are into the swing of the Advent season with our new series, Advent, the Mission. And during this series, we're going to be talking about our church mission statement, which is cultivating hearts for Jesus from the heart of downtown. And we're going to talk about how the coming of Christ informs that mission as we participate in putting that mission out there for our community and the world beyond. It's going to be a great time. I'm looking forward to it, so I hope you are as well. A lot of fun things coming up during the Advent season. We have got the Christmas concert on the 12th at 5 o'clock here in our sanctuary with a choir, orchestra, and all the Christmas trimmings, including this year is a carol sing. So we get to participate in that, sing some of our favorite carols, and really enjoy this time. I hope you can make it to it. It's going to be 5 o'clock on December 12th. Don't miss it. In addition, we've got our stewardship campaign for this year wrapping up as we set our budget for 2022. And to that end, we've got our annual congregational meeting also on the 12th. That's going to be in the context of the 11 o'clock worship service. So we look forward to having you there. We'll do the business of the church and we'll worship God together and keep celebrating the coming of Jesus. It's going to be a great time. It's a little bit earlier than last year because we've been doing it in January. We're now doing it in December. It gives us the opportunity to start everything off on a new foot January 1st. Now, in terms of online programming, we've got breakfast and Bible study at 10 a.m. on Saturday. That is held over Zoom. And this year's Advent study is called The First and Second Songs of Christmas. I think it's going to be really, really cool. And you should tune into that. Go to our church website, bradenton.church/Zoom, to find out how to access that class online. And we'll also have worship at 9 and 11 live here with masks optional, and we'll be streaming those services as well. The advent of Jesus brings us back to that third verse of Psalm 40. Many will see and fear the Lord and put their trust in him. Christmas is a great time for us to remember our faith and to see spiritual growth as an ongoing path, to remember that Jesus plants seeds of faith in our hearts, and those seeds need to be grown, nurtured, and cultivated throughout our lives so that we come to that point of fully trusting in him and living our lives 100% for him. So that's what we're here to do this season. We look forward to having you join us. It's going to be a fun time. And until next time, I'll see you then on This Week with Pastor Dino. Bye-bye.